How's it going out there? Welcome from H2TechVideos. Today we're going to be doing a review, pros and cons, worth it or waste on the new Bose AE2w wireless Bluetooth headphones. So we've had a little bit of time to play around with them, and now it's time to say, hey, are they worth the buy or should you pass on them? So we're going to start with the pros, and the first pro is going to be that they are super light. So as you pick them up, they have a very little amount of weight to them, so they feel great. Definitely feel great on your head. There's a lot of cushion around the headphone as well. So we have the cushion up here, a lot of good cushion on the head part as well. So wearing them is very comfortable and they're light. So when they are on, you barely can even tell that you're wearing them. So that's a great pro right there. Our second pro, and this is a super proprietary feature of the Bose headphones, is that the Bluetooth receiver actually comes off. So this piece, actually, you can use with it, or you can also take it off and use it separate. So how does that work? So one, you can actually charge it separately. So for example, if this does run out of juice, you could take this off, and then you could take a set of auxiliary cables, which actually does come with the headphone, and you can just plug right into your phone or your tablet or computer and keep using the headphones and charge it separately. I really love that feature because most headphones, when they do die, you are kind of stuck, and if you did want to charge it, you don't have the ability to do that. So definitely a great pro there. Just to give you a tour of how the module works, we do have our volume control up and down. You do have an indicator to make sure you're connected with Bluetooth and a battery indicator. And this is your on and off switch right here. So everything is very compact and, right in one space, which just makes it easier to find things. And at the top, we have a button right here, which you can press, one for pairing. So this is a note. This will save you about 30 minutes when you do get your set. When you want to link up the headphones with your phone or tablet, you do have to hold down on this and on the volume up button. By just pressing it and letting it go, it does put the headphones in pairing mode. So that took me 30 minutes to figure out, so hopefully now you'll be good. We're going to put that back on there. Our next pro is going to be that you have a crystal clear microphone that's built into this little extra receiver piece, which is right here. So when you do get a phone call, for example, on your phone, you can pick it up right on the headphone just by tapping that button up there, and you can talk crystal clear right from the headphone. So definitely does, again, make it very versatile. You don't have to take it off and take the call on your handset. You do have the ability to just take it right from the headphone. So another great pro right there, and we've got many more pros to go over. Right here I have an iPhone, and there's actually some special proprietary features that for iPhone users that you can't take advantage of that are not available for Android phones. So when you link it, you actually have a special indicator that will show you the battery life of your headphones. So right now we can see that the battery is very low for the headphones. So kind of cool. It does kind of keep you aware, as you can see your phone battery, and you can see your headphone battery as well. So another great pro there. Again, for the iPad and the iPhone, you can take advantage of that feature. For us Android users, we don't have that luxury, so boo for Bose on that one. Our next pro, and this is going to be a simple one, but I think still beneficial, is that it does come with a little cloth bag that you can put the headphones in. And this just makes it great for travel. And I'm a stickler for little extras like this because I take my headphones everywhere. And so, if you don't have a nice case to carry it in, it does make it a little frustrating because, you don't want to get them damaged, especially these headphones do run for $249. So I would definitely want to make sure that they are packed away and safe when I'm not using them. Now, this again is a pro for a couple of reasons, and that's one. But the other reason is that, for example, with the Beats, their case is humongous. This thing is really large, and so to me it's a bit cumbersome to have a holder this big. So I like that it's just a very simple cloth bag that doesn't take up too much space but does protect your headphones. So that's our pro there. Next pro is going to be with this built-in microphone. You do have the ability to access Siri, so you can tap the button at the top here and you can pull up Siri. If you have an Android phone, you can do a Google search. So you do have those built-in voice recognition features that you don't see on all headphones. So another great pro right there. And Two more pros and we're done with this section. One is going to be that you can link these headphones to two devices at one time. So for example, if you had an iPhone and an iPad, you can have them linked to both. And you know, it kind of cuts down from the cumbersome part of having to unlink it from one device and then linking it up to the other. So it's nice to have them linked to both. And you know, when you're by your iPad, you can use it for that. And when you're by your phone, you can use it for that. So without any extra work. So another pro there. And our final pro is going to be just that it is a standard 8 to 10 hour battery life. So it is pretty in line with a lot of the other headphones out there. It's not, you know, spectacular because everything is around 8 to 10, but it's still a good amount of time where I think I used them for 3 days in and out of work and didn't have to worry about charging them. So, you know, I was pretty happy with the battery life. And I would actually say that the price point is also a pro for $249. That is, again, actually pretty inexpensive when you look at the other Bluetooth headsets that are on the market. For example, the Beats, they have a set that is around $279, and then they have their new set, which jumps to about, I think, $349, if not $379. So it is a lot lower than a lot of the other headsets out there, and you're still getting a great quality of sound. So those are the pros. Let's go ahead and jump over to the cons, and let's see what features you should probably be aware of, just so you know that, you know, it's not 100% flawless. There are some things that aren't that great. So to jump right into the cons, these are not noise canceling. And to me, that kind of hurt because for $50 more, you can get their Q15 headphones, which are noise canceling, and they're phenomenal. In fact, you could put the headphones on and not even have music playing, and you're still, it does block out all the noise on the outside. I did find that when I did crank the music up to full volume, the music does fade outside of the headphones. So for example, if people are sitting next to you, they can't hear what you're listening to, which usually pushes you to turn the headphones down. So now you really can't have them at full volume. So I found that a bit frustrating because I did want to be able to crank them up and know that the noise is contained in the headphones. So that was my first con right there. The next con is that your track selection is limited. And what I mean by that is with the button up here, you can change the track, but you don't have full ability to, like, for example, go back a track. For example, with LG's headphones, they do have a track forward and back, and they have a separate play and pause. So it does give you full control of your music, where here it's a bit limited in terms of what you can do with your tracks. You really would have to have your phone in your hand and change the tracks or pause or interact more so from there than from this module right here. So that was my second con. Third con is that these don't fit very tight over your head. And to kind of compare it to the Beats, Beats are really good for, you can really lock them on top of your head, and that's why a lot of people use them to work out. So you really wouldn't want to take these to the gym and try to run with them or try to lift weights with them, because they probably would fall off your head pretty easy. So it may not be a con per se, but it's something to be aware of, that you can't necessarily use these everywhere like you would use the Beats headphones. So that's that. Our final con is that the volume was not totally consistent. For example, when you are wireless, the volume does max out at a certain point, but when you plug in the auxiliary cable, which is, if you just say, hey, I'm not going to go Bluetooth, I'm just going to plug directly in, the volume is much louder. And that really was frustrating, because if I'm spending $249 on a pair of headphones, I want to know that I'm going to get a really top quality sound. And although the quality is there, the volume doesn't crank to that max when you're going wireless. So, and I'll say this, I have played around with the new Beats headphones, and they have the same problem. And I think that, I don't know, it's not false advertising, but it is a little frustrating that you can't get that top sound quality when you're wireless. Because if you buy wireless headphones, the majority of the time you're probably going to use them wireless. So it would kind of suck to know that I'm only going to get the best sound when they are plugged in wired. So that was another con that kind of made me a little iffy about the headphones. But other than that, there are a lot of great features that are packed into it. So to get down to the final question, worth it or waste, I'd have to give this, drum roll please, I'd have to give these a still worth it. These are a great pair of headphones, and I've been waiting for Bose to release a wireless set for a long time, so I'm definitely glad these are out. I would say these will be great for traveling, especially when you're on the plane and you're trying to relax. They are going to fit comfortably on your ear. You can wear these for hours, and it doesn't even feel like you're wearing headphones because of how comfortable the cushion is. And that's what you want. Ultimately, you want to be able to have your headphones on and not feel it or be irritated by them after a while. So still say they're worth it. Bose definitely puts out a great product. The sound quality, the clarity, the crispness is all there. I wish I could demo that for you, but obviously it's harder because they're headphones, so we can't do that. But even on a final note, when I originally saw this little extra piece on the side, I thought this was going to look weird, or in some way it was going to kind of get in the way, but it never did. When you put the headphones on, you really forget this is there. But the benefit of it is that when you do need to change the volume, for example, you know right where your buttons are. You don't have to really search around for them. And when you do want to change that track, your button is just right at the top. So I felt like controlling the headphones was very seamless. And again, the power button is just right there. Everything is right where it's supposed to be, easy to find. When I did play with the Beats Studio wireless headphones, it's kind of a guessing game because on one side there's certain buttons, on the other side there's other buttons, and sometimes it's frustrating because you just want to do something quick and you don't want to have to fidget with both sides to see which one is where the volume is and which one is where the track button is. So ultimately I love the headphones. I think they're a great buy. Would definitely encourage you to pick them up. If you guys like the video and you know someone looking for a new set of headphones, make sure you like, favorite, and share the video. Make sure you also subscribe to H2TechVideos and keep watching. We're going to compare these head to head to the Beats Studio wireless headphones, and you can see which ones are the best.